What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So we have quite a bit of live action movie news to cover in today's video that broke last night. A lot of crazy stuff to cover today. So first things first, Stephen Caple Jr. was at one point in talks to direct the Transformers G.I.JOE movie, but dropped out a while ago. This was reported by multiple Hollywood insider Twitter accounts and people within the industry, but I think this originally came from Boris Kitt on Twitter. He's a writer for The Hollywood Reporter. So let's talk about this. Stephen Caple Jr., he was the one who originally brought the G.I. Joe crossover idea into the movie, literally weeks before they finished the film and it was ready for release. I remember he said that during one of the press releases weeks before the movie came out back in May of last year. So it's very strange to me to hear that he dropped out of this. What is really going on behind the scenes? This sounds like it might be a classic case of the studio meddling too much with the director's vision, and the artist and the creator, the director himself, Stephen Caple Jr., he doesn't like that and he wants out. Naturally, that's what any artist would do. If you're an artist, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I can totally understand if that's the case from his point of view, why he would want to drop out of this. But it's just so crazy to me that he was set to direct the next trilogy, basically. I'm pretty sure he signed on for multiple Transformers movies and he just dropped out. And it said a while ago too. So how long is a while ago? A couple months? 6 months? Right after Rise of the Beast released? I mean, hold on, let me check Instagram real quick. Let me check Stephen Caple Jr.'s Instagram, because there is something here that I noticed. There was a post that he deleted on his Instagram. Hold on, I'm searching it up. If you guys remember, yeah, it's gone from his Instagram. Shortly after Rise of the Beast released last year, he put up a post. It was one of his first posts he made after the movie came out on Instagram, and he was posing next to a red sports car, and he had a Megatron shirt on, and I think the caption was something along the lines of scouting or something like that, teasing something more with the Transformers sequel potentially. And that post was deleted from his Instagram account. I want to say maybe October of last year, possibly. I can't remember exactly when he deleted that post, but, maybe that falls in line with around the time he dropped out of the G.I. Joe and Transformers movie. That would make sense, because it seems like what he was teasing, him wearing a Megatron shirt and him saying scouting and standing next to a red sports car, it seems like there were scouting vehicle modes for Megatron to appear in the sequel, and it would have been kind of cool to see him as a red sports car, not gonna lie. I know a lot of people out there would not like that, but me personally, I'm open to it. I think it would kind of be cool for Megatron, and plus, it wouldn't be the first time where he was a sports car to begin with. There was G2, there was alternators and vinyl tech, so he's been a sports car a few times in the Transformers mythos. Seems like that's not going to happen anymore, and it seems like it doesn't seem like it. It is the case that Caple Jr. is gone, and man, this kind of sucks. I was looking forward to see his vision fully fleshed out for the sequel and possibly for a whole trilogy and maybe even more movies, because like I said, I'm pretty sure he was signed on for a multi-picture deal with Paramount for the Transformers film. So very strange. This does not look like a good sign to me that the director that started all this is already dropping out of the sequel months before it was even officially announced and put into production. That is not a good sign, in my opinion. Who knows what the real reason was? I mean, I don't want to assume, but often cases, it's a case of the director not liking what the studio is doing to his baby, which would be the sequel to what he started, so I don't know. We'll see what happens and who they choose for the director. Me personally, I would like them to get the director for Top Gun Maverick. They already have him under Paramount, so it makes sense to maybe at least eye him. Also, via Deadline, they confirmed that Michael Bay, Lorenzo de Bonaventura, Steven Spielberg, and I think Don Murphy as well, basically all the same guys that you would expect to be attached in the producing role of the Transformers movies, is back. Nothing really too surprising here. I mean, this is kind of the list of names that I was expecting yet again for, what is this, the 8th time in the past 17 years. So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be people that's pissed. You know, Michael Bay, Lorenzo, both attached still. You guys got to remember, they also produced Bumblebee. They also made the 2007 movie, Dark of the Moon. I'm also going to say ROTF, even though that is highly controversial, because I know a lot of people don't like ROTF, but I still think it is a pretty fun and amazing movie. The action, if you guys think about the action in the first 3 films, directed by Michael Bay, it is some of the highest grade action you will ever see in a movie, and I don't think any movies have really topped that since. The camera angles, the composition, the action itself, like, it honestly doesn't get any better than that in my opinion. So I'm game for Michael Bay returning as a producer, not so much as a director. Lorenzo, you know, he's Lorenzo, you know, he's gonna do his thing, he's gonna be a bozo, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. You know, they did produce Bumblebee, so I'm still remaining hopeful. Sort of the biggest news out of the bunch that got revealed last night is Chris Hemsworth is in talks for this movie. If you look at this dude's face, you know, he's got the blonde hair, he's got the blue eyes, he's looking like a Duke type character, if you ask me. So, in my opinion, I think he is looking to play Duke, and I think it would be perfect casting. If you guys have ever seen the Extraction movies on Netflix, you will know that he fits the military guy role pretty much perfectly. So if you take how he was in those Extraction Netflix movies and you put him in G.I. Joe and put him through the character lens of Duke, you basically have the perfect representation of Duke in live action form we've ever gotten. I mean, that's not really saying much considering what they did with Duke in the first 2 G.I. Joe movies, which was pretty much abysmal, but this is looking promising if he is playing Duke. I could also see him being maybe Cobra Commander or something like that. I don't know. We'll see where he lies in terms of what character he's in talks to play. I'm sure that's going to be revealed or leaked at some point soon in the coming days, weeks, or months. We're going to be getting a lot of info in the coming months leading up to this film's filming, because this movie is slated for a release of summer of 2026, which means they would need to start filming around spring or summer of 2025, which is basically a year away. So we're going to be getting a lot of updates and news on the production of this movie in the coming months leading up to the supposed filming date, which is usually, like I said, spring and summer for pretty much all these Transformers movies. I think the only outlier was Bumblebee because it had a different release. I think the filming date for that was like late summer, early fall, if I remember correctly. So we'll see what happens. A lot of crazy news came out yesterday. So we just gotta see how things develop. You know, Chris Hemsworth, the producers, and Caple Jr. being out, and who's gonna be directing it next. Who knows? A lot of things are up in the air on what the quality of this movie could be. I just want a good, fun, live-action Transformers film. If we get another Rise of the Beast, I mean, I wouldn't be too pissed. It's not like Rise of the Beast was the greatest movie ever. I wouldn't be too amazed by it either, but at least it wouldn't be a dumpster fire like The Last Night, you know? But who knows? I want a quality Transformers movie in the same vein as like Avengers Endgame, Infinity War, some of those MCU movies, you know? That's something that I really want them to strive for. And I don't know if we're going to get that, you know? Maybe we're just going to get a fun action movie. I have no idea, but we'll see. Let me know down in the comments below what y'all think about all this news for the Transformers G.I. Joe movie about Chris Hemsworth in talks to cast, Michael Bay coming back as a producer along with Lorenzo and Spielberg. and how you guys feel about Stephen Caple Jr., who dropped out of the movie very early in development. All my social medias are linked down below. My email is also linked down below if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to subscribe to my new Patreon link down below. It's got tons of exclusive content that I won't see here on YouTube or anywhere else, such as exclusive stop motions, Hemsworth photography. You guys get 1 week access before everybody else here on YouTube to my stop motion films. You guys get exclusive music and music snippets from my stop motion films, Discord access, behind the scenes of projects I'm working on, such as dioramas, videos, photography, and stop motions. So if you guys want to help support me and help support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!